Thank you for joining us for Plexon video tutorials. Today we will demonstrate how to set up your experiment database to begin recording sessions in our CineLAB video tracking software. CineLAB is Plexon's latest video tracking software designed for tracking and analyzing data from multiple subjects and experimental groups for behavioral research. Examples of studies supported by CineLAB are listed below. Notice that CineLAB is able to flexibly accommodate multiple experiment types with just one software license. Our tracking algorithms have been refined over the years to support highly accurate tracking in a variety of research conditions, including low light conditions requiring infrared cameras. Tracking of subjects may be conducted with live video cameras or from saved video files. Before we begin tracking, please make sure your USB camera is plugged into the high-speed USB port on the back of your CineLAB configured computer. Also, make sure your license key is plugged into an open USB port. Then, click the CineLAB icon. Now we will go over the structure of the database and walk through setting up a sample experiment. The experiment is the highest level of organization in CineLAB. It consists of multiple sessions, and it's used to compare multiple groups of subjects on the performance of some task of interest. Some common task examples include tasks measuring learning and memory, locomotor activity, social interaction, or place preference tasks. To begin setting up your experiment, let's first go over the experiment-wide descriptors. Click the plus icon under the Experiments panel. Then, give your experiment a name. Let's call this a T-Maze task. Next, ask yourself, are there any additional descriptors I'd like for my experiment as a whole? If so, you can add them into the experiment descriptors list. An example might be the type of maze used. Or perhaps information about the test day. You can also add up to 200 characters in the comments box. Please note, you do not have to add any descriptors or notes in the experiment list if the title is enough. You can also select a default number of sources that you wish to record from. The session variables are the most important descriptor to identify prior to beginning your experiment. These are the independent variables or subject identifiers of your experiment. Some examples include the subject number, drug dose information, sex, and information about the test session. Please make sure to plan ahead. You cannot go back and add variables in after an experiment was run. It may be best practice to add one or two dummy variables that you can edit later. While you must plan for the number of session variables ahead of time, CineLAB enables you to edit the name or value of the variable at any time during the experiment. Let's enter some known variables and dummy variables into the sessions variables box. Note there are two types of variables: text variables, which are words, or numeric, which are any integer or decimal value. Now we are ready to record sessions in our experiment. To record from live cameras, please select Cameras mode. To record from a previously recorded video file, please select Files mode. Here we will use a previously recorded T-Maze video file. When you press the record button, the software will prompt you to enter in information about your variables of interest. You can also add in additional comments about the session. All of this information will be available and saved to the database for review at a later time. Thank you for your time and attention. Please don't hesitate to email us at info@plexon.com with any additional questions or comments.